The original plot for Gold Fever was adapted from a short story that I had written back in 2016. The actual set and character design began around the beginning of 2018, with the first scenes being shot that spring. The final post-production work took place in the spring of 2020, making this my longest-running project to date. The set of the film was very simple, consisting of only 3 walls that would be moved around according to the camera's angles. This required many tight close-up shots, which helps to make the audience feel more like they are standing in those scenes with the characters. The film was probably one of the most challenging so far, but also one of the most fun to work on due to the variety of stunts which I had to pull off. People were jumping over buildings, guns were flying through the air, and numerous fistfights occurred. And I hadn't done any such shots before that. For instance, in the shot at the end, when Finley shoots the gun out of the sheriff's hand, the gun is in mid-air for 2 complete frames. Because of this, I had to position the pistol on a block of pink clay. I couldn't use the typical green due to the green in the wall behind him. Then layer that frame over another which did not contain the gun or the clay. I then chroma keyed out the block of clay, leaving only the pistol, seemingly suspended in midair. I employed a similar technique for the shot when Finley jumps from the roof of one building onto another. But perhaps the most difficult shot was the unmasking of the sheriff. In this scene, the villain, who has been posing as sheriff, takes off his mustache and his wig. However, because the figure's arms cannot bend towards his face, I had to position the camera at such an angle that the clay mustache could jump from his face to his hand without being too obvious. Likewise, because Lego hair pieces cannot actually lie on top of each other, I had to replace the gray hair with the brown in between frames, then stick the gray hair onto the back of his head. I'm not the real sheriff. I'm the man with a claim on your gold, Fickleberry. Due to challenges such as these, and the overall length of the plot, it took 3 months working every day to shoot the entirety of this film. Over 2,000 frames were used in the final film, and many more were never used. After filming was completed, I then began work on editing the footage, as well as smoothing out the script before recording the voiceovers. I then set to work composing the music on piano and synthesizer. Once all these elements were in place, I stitched them all together in the final edit, and after almost 4 years in the works, Gold Fever was complete. In the end, I was really happy with how well this project turned out, more so because of how much work I had thrown into it. It was unusual for me to create a project of this type and length, as my typical content is generally short, and hopefully fun, flicks, whereas this was almost 4 times as long as my average video. While I still plan to create those shorter films, I think that I'm also going to pursue making some longer projects, as this one turned out so well. With that in mind, if you would like to see a continuation to the story of Gordon Finley, make sure to leave a like on this video to let me know. That being said, I hope you enjoyed this behind-the-scenes look at the making of Gold Fever. I hope you have a great day, and don't forget to subscribe as I have some more cool projects in the works.